last week versus the 80 Cougars. Some mistakes made, but offensive line I thought did a great job protecting McAdoo. And let's start with those guys up front. They're led, of course, by their senior center, Gene Cormier, 5'9", 200-pounder. One of the linemen, I believe, a guard on his left side, Quentin Grant, 5'10", 200 pounds, a junior. Stuart Hoffman, 5'11", 260, a junior. Josh Lester, who had some question, a little bit dinged up, had a bad shoulder, but they expect him to play. He's listed at 6'4", 190 pounds, and a senior. And Tommy Fitzgerald, listed at 6'3", 215, and a junior. In the backfield for the Ardmore Tigers, of course, Drew McAdoo will play tonight. He's okay. He's the starting quarterback, 5'10", 165 pounds, and a senior. The tailback is Jimmy Colbert. He's wearing number 6 tonight, listed at 5'10", 170. The wide receivers, Justin Day, wearing number 13, 5'10", 160 pounds, and a senior. And, of course, big number 2, Jermaine Gresham. He is just a junior, but listed at 6'6", 230. And ask Ada, he's a handful. And that is your starting offensive setup for the Ardmore Tigers. And now the defense and Terry Long.
Yeah, Jermaine and McAdoo hooked up quite a bit last week for quite a few yards, and hopefully we'll see more out of that. For the defense for the Ardmore Tigers, Jermaine Gresham starting out on the corner, also at linebacker, Ellis Knight. Justin Fields, the 5'7", 170-pound sophomore, also the other linebacker, Marquise Booker, at 6 foot, 225. And he was very instrumental last week. Had 10 tackles made. The Oklahomans defensive honor roll last week for his performance on the defense. On the other side from Jermaine Gresham will be Robert Gordon, number 21. He's 6 foot, 150, a junior. On the defensive line, Gene Cormier, Dante Moore, also Kevin Andrews wearing number 65, and Brian Booker wearing number 88, 6'3", 210, sophomore. For the and that's the starting defense for the Ardmore Tigers. Last week, the Durant Lions traveled to Idabel, were victorious, 45-6 over the Idabel crew, and a lot of that was due to the running back Sean Brown, number 4, 5'10", 200-pound sophomore, had 225 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, and that's going to be the young man that the Tigers have to stop tonight.
Well, another strong point, Andrew Weatherly, the senior quarterback, 6'2", 180. And Tiger fans have seen him the last couple of years. He does a great job. I was impressed with him as a sophomore. Now he's a senior, and this is a little different Durant Lions squad than what the Tiger fans have seen in the last few years.
Go ahead and quickly the wide receivers. I know Zane Ballou is one we're going to watch for tonight. Also Ryan Reynolds for the Lions. The Spirit Lions are forming. We're going to take another timeout. When we come back, we'll have the coin toss for you right here. This is the Chesapeake Energy pregame show for Ardmore Tiger football on 95.7 KKJ. And let's go down to the buttons all sideline with David Polk and the coin toss.
Tails. You hear the call? It was tails. It is tails. You won the toss.
Defer.
You will defer. Okay.
Well, you got that real quick there. Ardmore has won the toss, and they've chosen to defer. We'll see what the Lions decide to do.
Ardmore wins the toss again, won last week and deferred to the second
2 weeks in a row on tails, and what's going to happen now is Durant's going to receive the ball on the south end of the field. Ardmore will kick from the north end of the field towards the scoreboard here at Pollard Field in southeastern Oklahoma State University, and let's play some ball.
Thank you, David Polk. With the buttons, starter and alternator repair sideline report. One thing we want to get real quick is the prescription for success for tonight's ball game. Billy.
Fewer mistakes. We said that last week. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will probably win, and that came to pass as Ardmore turned it over 5 times. Ada didn't, and Ada came in with a big win. So tonight they've got to eliminate those turnovers and mistakes.
David Polk, your thoughts on the prescription for success? I don't know if David's listening. Oh, now we have a moment of silence here at the stadium. We'll send it back to the studio and hear what the coach has to think on his prescriptions for success.
Thank you. Please remain standing while
That's
the pride of Durant plays the Durant High
Yes.
School alma mater, followed by the Star-Spangled Banner.
Play a couple. Welcome back to Paul Laird Field. I want to remind everybody that the prescription for success is brought to you by Pharmacy Plus in Medill. At Pharmacy Plus, 211 South 1st Street in Medill, they offer a wide range of home medical equipment, walkers, canes, wheelchairs, patient lift equipment, including seat lift chairs, hospital beds, and accessories. Pharmacy Plus in Medill, helping you to help yourself. As the Ardmore Tigers come onto the field through the Spirit line, bust through the banner, didn't knock any cheerleaders over this week, so
Not
it's
yet.
always a good sign when they get on the field without hitting the cheerleaders. And here come the Durant Lions. As we're located on the home side, with David Polk down on the Button sideline, he's down there with the Ardmore Tigers. And
Boy, they are ready to play tonight. They've slipped up. They're ready to play down here, guys. They want to do it. They're a little concerned, I think, about the history over here, and they want to prove early what they're going to do.
And Billy, your final thoughts before the kickoff here?
Oh, great atmosphere, nice crowd here in Durant. They're cooking hamburgers across the street, nice home crowd. A lot of Tiger fans over there, and should be a great night for football. Not a breeze, not even a touch of a
It's
breeze.
not. The flags are not moving in the end zone as they're in the north end zone. The Ardmore Tigers dressed in white tonight with the maroon stripes down the side. The Durant Lions, red jerseys, red helmets, white pants this evening as they will receive the kickoff here in just a moment. It's going to conclude the Chesapeake Energy pregame show. We'll have the opening kickoff right after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Oklahoma, as we get ready to start on this week 2 of Oklahoma high school football, Class 5A, the Ardmore Tigers, getting ready to do the kicking for the Tigers. Guillermo I'm not going to say that. Oh, it is Ryan Keaton, isn't it? As he tees it up and the kick is up. It's a nice one, and it's deep back into the end zone as the Durant Lions, Mitch Barraras, back to, he does catch it, but it's an automatic touchback. As he gets it into the end zone, that'll bring it out to the 20 where the Lions will take over 1st and 10.
And I thought Ryan did a nice job last week kicking the ball into the end zone. That time gets it done as the deep back there had no choice. He actually did catch the ball, but it was in the end zone anyway. And Tigers start out and going to make them go 80 yards again. They tried that last week against Ada, and it worked quite well.
Andrew Weatherly calls the play. The huddle breaks. He comes up, and he'll be under center I formation for the Lions with 2 receivers out to the left. That's going to be number 88, Michael Stevens, far out. Man in motion, number 16, Mitch Barraras. He goes around. Weatherly hands off to the fullback through the middle, and the Tigers stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. It may be a gain of a yard. Let's see where they give him the mark. I don't even know if it was a complete yard, but we'll give it to him. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Nice tackle, Brian Booker, just a sophomore, but was not fooled on that play and had some help there. Another Tiger came over across to give him an assist. Well read by the Tigers.
First man through, Sean Brown. Now we have an I formation. Brown dots the I. First man 90 is TJ Payne, the fullback, wearing number 25. Man in motion. They give it to Brown. Brown is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He's gang tackled by about 3 of the Tigers, and now we have a flag on the play. It was a loss of a yard. Let's see what they do with the penalty. They're going to call an illegal shift against the Lions. That's going to push them back 5, and that'll make it
I think what got him there was number 84 on that play. He kind of moved just a little bit, had 2 people moving at one time, and the referee picked right up on it. So we're going to back him up or maybe decline it.
We did decline it. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 as there was no gain on the play. 11-13 in the first period. If you're just now joining us, we appreciate it. Ardmore Tiger football, an exclusive presentation of KKJ Sports. As Weatherly steps under center. Man in motion, I formation. Single receivers left and right. Weatherly rolls to his left, looks over the middle, hits number 11, Jake Boyd, and catches it at the 42-yard line. He's hit immediately, but it was a nice pass over the middle, and that's going to move the chains after a gain of 19.
Jake Boyd, not the biggest guy out there, just a sophomore, 5'6", 140. Just looked like he lost Robert Gordon there. Just a nice, well-run pattern. Broke it inside. Perfect delivery by Weatherly.
A little wobbly on the pass, but the ball was right on the money.
And a big first down.
Big first down. Sean Brown, the lone back in the backfield. Weatherly under center. 2 receivers out, left and right. 4-man front for the Tigers. Long drop back, screen pass to Boyd is almost picked off as it came off of his hands. And the Tigers read it perfectly, but it does fall to the ground, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Weatherly drops back deep there by design. Their center screen called not effective, though. Tigers all staying home, and really the closest man to the ball was Brian Booker, and that would have been a big one for the Tigers if he'd have reeled that one in.
Boyd, the intended receiver, who had to look straight up and couldn't see the ball, and now the Durant helmet just hit the Lion helmet just hit the bench. Brought some players to their feet anyway. Weatherly hands off to Brown. Brown is smacked behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of 2. And I don't know who made the hit, Billy.
Marquise Booker. Hello,
Man.
Marquise.
What a huge hit. That was put your helmet up underneath the chin and let her rip.
And Sean Brown said, hey, they didn't do this last week. He's just a...
Then brings the play. The Tigers running a 4-man front. They've got 8 up in the box. I formation. Left and right, split ends. Man in motion. Weatherly pitches to Brown. It's a halfback pass. Long pass down the right side. And they get tiled up. That's going to be Drew McAdoo. Gets tangled up with the receiver, and they're going to call an interference call. I believe it's going to go against the Tigers.
Well, that was Brandon Chode out there, the receiver for Durant. He stopped. I don't know why he stopped. The ball was overthrown, but he stopped, and Drew ran over him, and he's going to draw the interference call.
Maybe that's an intentional play. Let's send it down to the button sideline and see what David Polk saw.
Oh, I think he just slowed and was looking for the ball, and Drew just had a little more pursuit to the ball. I think Drew is actually going to try to intercept it and didn't quite get there as the guy was in front of him.
Well, I think they got their feet tangled up, too, because Choate lost a shoe in the transaction.
Yeah, Drew may have actually stepped on the back of his foot as they were going down the field because it did come off.
Button starter and alternator repaired. 28 South Commerce, or North Commerce, in Ardmore for all your battery needs. Weatherly will come under center, I formation, split ends, hands off to, now he keeps it. No, he did hand it off to the first man through. That was TJ Payne, the fullback. Gain of a couple after the first down. After they moved the chains with the 15, the ball now in the Ardmore 40-yard line.
And Brian Booker again with the tackle. That's about the third or fourth time we've mentioned his name already. Ardmore's looked really good on first and second down. They just have not been able to stop the big play on third down.
Second down and 8, 9:25 in the first quarter. The Lions have started from their own 20-yard line and now on the Ardmore 40. Weatherly under center. I formation. Back to pass. He looks to his left, kicks it out to the tight end. It's caught at the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of maybe 4. They'll mark it at the 44, number 84, Justin Hall, a 6'5", 230-pound tight end, and he looks it.
Well, nice tackle, though. Justin Fields, though, just a little sophomore out there playing really outsized, but made a nice, sure tackle in the open field. Kept it to a pretty short gain, going to bring up still third down.
Third down and 3. As I said, the ball on the 44-yard line. The Lions have put together a nice-looking drive here and drove right down the field. A couple of penalties from the Tigers have kept the drive alive. Shotgun formation. 4 receivers out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 man back in the backfield. That's Brown. Play action. And Brown falls down over on the right side. He's the intended receiver as Weatherly looked to throw it to him. He was covered. Nice job there by Justin Fields to read the play. With the pass incomplete, it'll bring up fourth down and 3. And I'm thinking the Lions will go for it.
I'm thinking it looks like they're going to as everybody remains on the field. A new play coming in.
And boy, I tell you what, we dodged a bullet there because Fields was just a little bit behind catching up, and Brown was right open, and he just basically tripped over both his feet at the same time.
Basically same formation. Sean Brown on the right side of the quarterback. Man in motion, that's going to be number 85, Justin Stevens. He moves to the right. Weatherly rolls to his right, looks to throw. Pump fakes, lets it rip. Way down on the right side. It's well overthrown, but another flag as they, again, McAdoo gets tripped up and tied up with the receiver as the Lion. That was Justin Stevens. He fell down, and they threw the flag again against McAdoo.
That was a lot similar to the previous interference call on McAdoo as that ball's well overthrown, and looked like Michael Stevens just kind of slowed up, and Drew ran into him, knocked him down, and draws the penalty flag.
Draws the penalty. They're going to call illegal procedure against the Lions.
Wow.
Now, why would you throw the flag way down there by the receiver for a procedure call? That's declined by the Tigers, and it's going to be first down Ardmore.
That was a little strange. Okay, David, translate that.
Well, I'm not sure really what he got there, but the first flag came early. It really shouldn't have been a play that happened. They went ahead and ran the play, and then we have an opportunity to decline the penalty because it stood. And down here, the official actually waved off the penalty because the guys just got their feet tangled up.
Exactly, and I think that's what happened the first time around. But Drew McAdoo, the most surprised guy on the field because he was arguing with the official, and then they picked it up, declined the penalty.
As the Tigers come out offensively, they have 3 receivers out to the left side, 1 lone back. McAdoo in the shotgun. Hands it off. The ball's on the ground, fumble. And everybody scrambles, and I think the Lions have recovered because they sure think they have it. And yes, they do, as number 45 comes out of the huddle, or out of the pile. That's Barrett Shurry. Or say that for me, Billy. I don't know if I...
Barrett Shirey. Barrett Shirey, but the handoff was to Jimmy Colbert. Just a simple handoff in the middle, and Colbert just couldn't find the football, put it on the ground, then couldn't find it to recover it. 3 red shirts compared to just 1 in white for the Tigers, and it's a first turnover of the night. Belongs to Durant.
First turnover, and now Weatherly will stay in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs flanking him and 2 receivers out left and right. Weatherly back to pass. Looks over to his right, hits the receiver on the right side, That's going to be number 15. He's hit as soon as he catches it. It'll be a gain of about 4, maybe 5. Let's see where they give him the mark. They're going to give him a huge spot.
His forward progress was really just about there. McAdoo actually picked him up and carried him about 4 yards back before he dumped him, so he actually did catch it down the field.
Mark it at the 28-yard line in Ardmore territory. It's going to be 2nd down and 4 after a gain of 6. 7:33 in the first quarter. The Lions now threatening to score. Weatherly in the shotgun. Takes the snap, back to pass. Looks to his left. Fakes, now lets it launch. There's a push-off down on the left side. And nice coverage there from number 21 of the Ardmore Tigers, Robert Gordon. As there was a bump-off. Looked like those plays we saw yesterday on TV of the NFL. Michael Stevens, the intended receiver, incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
One thing is for sure, Andrew Weatherly throws a rainbow pass. Took forever to get there, and good coverage for the Tigers just to get over there and break up the play.
Lions with a nice, high-powered aerial offense here, as we've seen so far tonight. Shotgun. Weatherly. Play action over to the left. Throws it in traffic.
Interception.
And it's intercepted by the Ardmore Tigers off of a errant tip as the intended Lions receiver tried to catch it, but the ball bounced up, and who came down with
it?
That?
It was like a tip drill there.
Justin Day came down with it. He had his eyes on it all the way, and when the ball went up in the air, he got a good hold of it, gripped it, and laid down on it. And that's your wide receiver playing defense right there. That breaks a huge play.
And the turnovers are even now, 1 apiece. And a fresh start for the Ardmore Tigers.
And now we have a new set of downs for the Ardmore Tigers. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line with 7:05 in the first quarter. Jermaine Gresham goes out far to the left side, and over to the right, it'll be number 17, Dante Miller. Shotgun formation in the backfield. Jimmy Colbert flanks to the left. McAdoo back to throw. He launches one down the left side. He's got a man wide open at the 40, 35, 30, 25, almost down to the 23. That's number 8, Joel Boyer, with the reception in the middle of the field, wide open, hit him in stride. What a beautiful pass from Drew McAdoo.
Joel Boyer, nice job adjusting to the football. Well thrown by Drew McAdoo. Just a post pattern right down the center of the field, and you can't throw it any better than that.
A gain of 55 yards, almost 56 yards for the Tigers as they now get down to the Durant 23-yard line in one play. 6:55 in the first. McAdoo in the shotgun. He's moving Maurice Grant to the other side of the field as he goes over to the left. Got 2 to the left and 1 to the right now in the flanks for the Tigers. McAdoo calls the snap. Gets it, keeps it. Quarterback draw up the middle, gains 4, maybe 5, and he'll get it down to the 19-yard line. That's where they'll mark it. It'll be 2nd down and about 5.
Boy, that's just good running there. As there wasn't a lot of room, and Drew made a couple of jukes at the line of scrimmage just to sneak up in there. Pretty nice gain on 1st down, and if you wonder, is McAdoo healthy? Evidently he is. Looked just as quick as ever on that carry.
I guess they marked his knee down at the 20, so we'll back it up a yard. It'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. 3 receivers out to the left side for the Tigers. Nobody to the right. Colbert in the backfield. Handoff to Colbert over the left side. He goes over the end and gets down to the 15-yard line. It'll be a nice run and a gain of 5. Make it 3rd down and about a yard.
Well, that ends up really being a power formation as you have all the receivers left side, nobody right. Then you hand the ball off to Colbert going left. He's got a lot of blockers out there. Snuck it up in there for pretty nice yardage. Bring up 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 yards.
Defensive captain Mitch Barreras looking over to the Lions sideline trying to, what are we going to do? 3 receivers now out to the right side. McAdoo hands off to Colbert. He falls forward. It's going to be close to the 1st down. Let's see where they mark it. I got him at about the 14-yard line.
Going to be close.
Going to be just shy of the 1st down, so it'll make it 4th down and about
It's going to be 4th and about a half a yard.
Half a yard. Button sideline. David Polk down there, right behind the ball marker.
This is where you miss Virgil Harmon. Last year it was Virgil time. The The deuce number this year is on a big, tall guy. Virgil was as broad as Gresham is tall.
I formation. Marquise Booker in the fullback position. Colbert behind him. Now we have a flag on the play before the snap. This may change the whole situation, as they're going to call an illegal procedure against the Tigers. That'll back them up 5, and that'll change the whole scope here.
That's worthy of a David Polk interpretation.
I'm just really not sure. I think what we had out here on my side of the field was possibly you had 2 guys that were moving after Drew went under center, and they're going to call that out here. You may have had a guy down on the line. I really didn't see it. May have picked his hand up on the inside.
Well, right here, keep an eye on Jermaine Gresham. His defender is Saber Siminoff, listed at 5'10", Gresham 6'6".
That changes the scope as we got 3 receivers out to the right. Now the throwback over to the left is out of the hands of number 22, Ryan Chandler. I believe, is that who I see out there? No, that's number 88. I'm sorry. Brian Booker, the intended receiver, off to the left side. He's out there by himself. The pass just a little bit in front of him.
Well, had 2 receivers out right, chose to go back the other way. I think it was a good call, just to throw a little bit tall for McAdoo there. It would have been close as there was a defender in the area, but I think they might have picked it up, but all for naught. And it's a turnover. It's not a turnover, but it's a change of possession.
Well, Booker just stopped on the route there. He pulled up a little bit to look for the pass and shortened his route a little bit, and the ball was just over his head.
As we have a timeout on the field, we'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Oklahoma, Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk, as the Ardmore Tigers unable to put it into the end zone after a beautiful first play. Moved the ball 60 yards, unable to finish it. Weatherly hands it off to the fullback, Sean Brown. He falls forward, maybe a gain of a yard over the left side. It'll make it second down and a loss of a yard. I swear I thought he made it through the line of scrimmage, but I guess his knee touched back a little further.
Ardmore has played the run game well, and again, we talked about Durant. They had a lot of success, 225 yards for their tailback last week, but so far it's been tough sledding for Durant on the ground.
Split receivers out. Weatherly hands it off to Brown. Up the middle. I take that back. That was T.J. Payne. Gain of a yard. It'll make it third down and 11. As the Tigers defensively have played very well so far tonight.
They gave up the 1 big first down on a pass play and then on a couple of penalty plays, but defense has played pretty well.
Weatherly in the shotgun. Sean Brown to his right. Tigers 4-man front. There's the snap. Weatherly keeps it, goes up the middle on a keeper, gains maybe 8, almost 9, tries to make the first down, doesn't quite get there. He'll get all the way out to the 26-yard line, and that'll bring on the punting unit for the Durant Lions. Tackle
made there by Ellis Knight in the backfield there, secondary for the Tigers. Nice job of holding him short there, as Weatherly had some quicks as he got outside. He got lost out there on the corner, and Tigers couldn't get a grasp on him. Ellis Knight had to make a first down saving tackle.
Back to punt is number 7, Blake Stillwell. It's a high kick. Fair catch called and almost dropped. Well, it is dropped, but he does fall on it as number 17, Dante Miller, falls on it quickly and covers it at the 49-yard line in Ardmore territory. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
And Terry, David, the biggest thing can happen right now for the Tigers, they need to complete a drive. They were in the red zone all last week, couldn't get points out of it, have been in the red zone already once tonight and came up empty.
No score yet with 2:31 left in the first quarter. And you're absolutely right. The Tigers with the first possession turned it over on the first play. The second possession moved it 60-something yards and unable to score. This will be their 3rd series, as McAdoo will start it in the shotgun with 3 out to the left side. He keeps it, pulls it down. He's going to get hit just past the line of scrimmage. It'll be a gain of a yard. He'll get out to midfield at the 50, and it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Drew just sneaking up the middle for what he could find, and really was nothing there, as picked up a yard, a little over long yard, I guess. 2nd and 9 now. The success for the Tigers has been through the air also, much like Durant. It's been a throw-in situation for both teams.
Tigers unable to run last week against the Cougars. Coach Lloyd did want to try and do a little bit more on the ground this week. McAdoo takes it, hands off to Colbert. Colbert hits the back of the pile on the line of scrimmage, falls forward for another half yard or a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 8 as they mark it at the 49-yard line in Durant territory.
Joe Boyer just running over that left guard. It's pretty tough up the middle that time. Joel had a big catch a minute ago, the 55-yard reception. That time trying to run it tough in the middle, and Durant doing a nice job up front.
McAdoo comes in from the sideline for the play, or with the play. Jimmy Colbert off to the right side. It's got 4 receivers out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. McAdoo back to pass. He's got pressure, eludes it, rolls to his left, throws. It's caught right at the 1st down marker by number 13, Justin Day. And there's a penalty flag on the play back at midfield. At the line of scrimmage, it's going to be holding against the Tigers, so it's going to come back as he was right at the 1st down marker. Actually, they marked him at the 40-yard line.
Boy, the penalty's just killing Ardmore, as they had a while ago. They had 4th and a foot. Illegal procedure backs them up into a situation they couldn't overcome. And then this one looks like they're going to pick up the 1st down on a really nice play as McAdoo rolled left, threw a bullet pass, found an open receiver, but it's going to come back for a holding call.
Let's send it down to the button starter and alternator sideline report with David Pope.
No, it was just one of those plays where we had a lineman that just stretched a little bit of jersey. He was behind the play, and it really wasn't going to affect anything, but it was clearly there, and the umpire made a good call.
As they start the game clock, 1:18 left in the 1st quarter. McAdoo trying to put a drive together for the Ardmore Tigers. It's going to be 3rd down and 18 from the 41-yard line in Ardmore territory. McAdoo under center. Back, rolls to his right. Under pressure, gets a nice block. Hits Gresham at the 45. All the way up to the 40 in Durant territory. And he's just at the 1st down. Let's see. From this angle, it looks like he made it.
I think he got it with second effort there. His first defender was Trey McDaniel. He's only 5'8", 170. Bounced off of Jermaine.
They'll call that a 1st down.
Jermaine lunged forward and picked it up, fell across the chain.
And David Polk from the buttons is absolutely right as they throw the
he was definitely a 1st
line
down
out there. It's going to mark it at the 41-yard line in Durant territory. Move the chains with 52 seconds.
And guys, I was just looking, the Durant defensive line, they've got 2 guys, one listed at 300 pounds, Ryan Highsaw, and then also they got a 290 guy on the defensive front, listed 6 foot 290, Steve Chapman. So they've got some meat inside. I don't know that they're 300 pounds, but they've got some bulk up front.
As the Tigers send 4 receivers out again. Joel Boyer off to the right. McAdoo is going to keep it. Falls forward for a gain of a couple. It'll be 2nd down and about 8 from the 39-yard line.
Boy, it's just tough in the running game so far in this 1st quarter for both teams.
Well, it's all that size you were talking about. The Durant lines, the offensive or the defensive line of scrimmage has been a tough battle. As the 1st quarter expires, there's still no score. The Tigers are driving. We'll be back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Southeastern Oklahoma State University is where we're at. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. As they've switched into the field now, the Tigers driving to the left, to the north. McAdoo will be in the shotgun as they start the time clock here in the 2nd quarter of play. McAdoo takes it, rolls, shuffle pass, hits Colbert. drives Boyer Boyer at the 25, and then down almost to the 20-yard line. Nice play there as Joel Boyer took that shuffle pass off the right side and just stiff-armed a couple of Lions and made it down there after a gain of now I'd say about 15, Billy.
That was almost like an option play, only with the shovel pass instead of the pitch, and well executed by McAdoo and Joel Boyer. And Joel's got some quickness when he gets in the open field.
As the Tigers now just shy of the red zone, Gresham comes far out to the left side, almost to the just past the hash marks. McAdoo under center. Hands it off to Boyer. Boyer rolls and fights his way up to the 20. I'm sorry, that's Jimmy Culver. You know, the 8 and the 6 on the Ardmore uniform look almost identical. Except when you look through binoculars, you can tell.
That's right. You might have to use the binoculars there, Terry.
What are you saying?
I know you hate to give in to it.
11:09 in the second quarter, no score. The Tigers on the 20-yard line in Durant territory, second down and 9. McAdoo will stay in the shotgun. He sends 3 receivers out to the left side, nobody to the right. Gresham, far left. McAdoo back to pass. He floats it into the end zone. He's got a man.
Perfect.
And it's perfectly caught, and that's going to be number 12.
That's 13, Justin
number 13,
Day.
Justin Day with the reception. And that's a Tiger touchdown. And that'll put 6 points on the board.
Can we say glasses?
No, we cannot. And we refuse to say it.
Well, that was,
you know, the left end of the field is dark, gentlemen.
that was a perfect pass, and really credit the offensive line. Excellent protection for McAdoo, gave him plenty of time to let Justin Day come open, and then it was just a bullet throw and perfect.
Ryan Keaton in to attempt the extra point. We have movement on the line, and that's going to back him up as it goes against the Tigers. Back him up 5 yards, and we'll try it again.
And Ardmore did what we said they needed to do. They completed the drive, which has been their shortcoming so far this season, and 2 or 3 nice plays there. Of course, the thing that kept it alive and kept it going and really picked up some big yardage on that possession was the little shovel pass to Boyer prior to that play. But then a perfect pass from McAdoo today for the touchdown.
That scoring summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, 808 12th Street Northwest in Ardmore, as the extra point is good. Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. Stop by and check out the great plans and the in-network calling of Verizon Wireless.
Boy, tell you what,
7-0.
guys. Hey, just a second. What made that work was they're all paying attention to Gresham down here. They're leaving all the other receivers wide open, doubling and tripling him, and Drew's doing a good job of finding them.
There you go. Back after this on 95.7 KKJ. The Tigers up by 7 with 10:47 in the second quarter of play. It's still the first quarter according to the scoreboard, but we won't tell anybody. Oh, now they're saying it's first.
Are you related to the scoreboard guy?
I might be. Ryan Keaton
Sorry.
in to do the kicking. He tees it up on the 40-yard line, back deep for the Lions. It'll be number 16. That's going to be Mitch Barreras. There's a high kick. A little bit short as Barreras catches it at the 5, 10, 15, gets hit, breaks a tackle, gets hit 2, 3, 4 more times, and he goes down at the 16-yard line. So not able to get it all the way back out to the 20, so we're glad that he ran it back.
And, you know, that has been a big improvement tonight over last week, I think, for the Tigers. A little better tackling. We saw some missed tackles as Ada broke several tackles and were able to pick up positive yardage. Ardmore's been pretty sure in the tackling department tonight, and that was a nice job there. Just great coverage as several Tigers in the area wrapped him up.
They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line where the Lions will take over 1st and 10. Weatherly will be under center with an I formation. TJ Payne and Sean Brown dots the I. 2 receivers out. Hands it off to Payne up the middle. He breaks through the line, and a nice tackle there by number 30, DeJuan Miles of the Ardmore Tigers. Had he not wrapped up the ankles, Payne could have been gone for a lot bigger gain. It'll be a gain of 5 and make it 2nd down and 5 to go.
Well, Durant lined up in the I formation and ran the ball to the weak side. Ardmore overloaded, of course, on that tight end side, and they snuck it back to this side and caught the Tigers off balance a little bit.
Now we got a whistle on the play, and they're stopping the time. as the umpire and the referee and the line judge all want to have a conversation. So the Lions will re-huddle. They call a timeout, an official timeout.
They're going to go work on the 25-second clock. I think they have a little bit of a
Well, now they reset it to 25. They're talking to the Durant coach. He's talking to the people upstairs, I believe. And now they, while they do that, let's take a timeout ourselves. We'll be back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Get the technical problems with the scoreboard and the 25-second clock, I believe, corrected. They're still huddled up in the middle of the field. The Tigers are huddled up. We do have an area score. The Plainview Indians up 7-6 over the Dixon Comets. That was the first quarter score.
There's a little rivalry for you.
There it is, and an interesting game tonight as they are the Plainview Indians traveling out to Dixon to play at Ernest Moore Field. Always a tough matchup out there. Comets love to play the Indians.
Hey, but just think about that. How long has it been since you've seen Plainview up on Dixon? It's got to be good
a couple
for
of
the
years.
program.
Coach Dombeck's done a great job with the Plainview Indians out there, and in his second year, looking for his first victory for this season. Weatherly will come under center, man in motion. That's Payne as he goes to the right, hands off to Brown or pitch out. Brown gets stacked up in the backfield by the line or the Tiger defense. It'll be a gain of a yard, if that. It might be a loss. Let's see where they give him the spot. Half a yard, loss.
Ardmore really swarming to the football well, and again, Brian Booker in on that tackle. Has had an active first half of football for the Tigers.
Makes it 3rd down and 6 with 9:57 in the second quarter. Tigers lead by 7. Took the 3rd series of downs they had and marched it right down. Now we have an equipment problem. We swap out a couple of players there. Number 72 checks in for the Tigers, Tommy Fitzgerald. So he'll come in to play defensive end. Michael Dotson that went out. Weatherly in the shotgun. He's got 4 receivers out. Hands it off. Nope. Keeps it. Pitches out to Payne. Payne gets hit right after he catches it on the right side. A little 3-and-out pattern for TJ Payne as he was the dump off. And that's going to be right at the first down. Let's see where they mark it.
It's short.
Going to be short of the first down. It'll make it 4th down and 6 and bring in the punting situation. It's number 7, Blake Stillwell.
Well, that's quite a play for Weatherly.
Low snap. Nobody attacks the punt. And it's caught by Dante Miller to 50, the 45. He sidesteps a couple of lines and gets up to the 43-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will take over in Durant territory at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10.
Tiger defense really playing well, giving the offense all kinds of opportunities and a chance here for the Tigers. Lots of time, just under 9 minutes left, second quarter. They've already got 1 score on the board and got some confidence back as they've moved the football the entire ball game and ended up with the scoring drive last time they touched the football.
Justin Day comes in for the Tigers, brings the play in. McAdoo will send Dante Miller out to the right side, the far right. Jermaine Gresham over to the near left. McAdoo in the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's under pressure. He launches it down the middle, and it's intercepted by number 16 at the 35-yard line, and he'll get to the 39-yard line as the ball overthrown. The intended receiver open, but the ball overthrown. And number 16, that's going to be Mitch Barraras with the interception.
Well, and Justin Day was coming open, and Drew held the ball as long as he could to wait for him to come open. I think he just lost sight of the safety there, and Barraras just came across, made the interception, and got the ball back out near the 40-yard line, almost back to where the line of scrimmage was, at their own 39-yard line now for Durant this time around.
So the Lions with a break there, as it'll be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Weatherly will stay under center, I formation for Durant. Takes the snap, hands off to the first man through, but we have flags and whistles. Not to be confused with bells and whistles. As the play stops, it's going to be motion. Illegal procedure on the Durant Lions, and that'll back them up 5. So they'll start out 1st and 15.
The folks that are going to be most in need of Gatorade are going to be the officials at halftime. They've had an active first half.
They have Lions with a nice look. I mean, a big squad this year. As they've got quite a few players on the side. Years past, we've seen them down. Coach Patterson trying to get a good program started out here. Weatherly takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, throws down, hits Payne at the 40. 45, breaks a tackle, hit the 50. And there he's going to be brought down just across midfield by number 3, Ellis Knight. He'll get all the way down to the 46-yard line. It'll be good for a first down and a gain of 18 yards.
Well, and again, credit Weatherly there, as he had Kevin Andrews in his face. Kevin just almost got to him, and he patiently waited on his receiver to come across the field in the open, made a perfect pass to him. One broken tackle and a big play for Durant.
Weatherly will stay under center. He's got 2 receivers out, left and right, 1 lone back. That's going to be Sean Brown. Takes the snap, back to pass, 5-step drop, keeps it, drops it, decides to run, and he's going to get stacked up behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 3, and they're going to mark it at the 49-yard line, and that'll make it 2nd down and 14, maybe 13.
You got 13. The binocular. I'm not going to.
I'm waiting to see what they put on the
disagree
scoreboard.
with you. Well, don't trust that guy. He thinks it's the first quarter. No, he finally did change it.
7:55 as the handoff.
Nothing.
The Payne will get stacked up at the line. And again, the Tiger defense against the run tonight has been phenomenal.
There's DeJuan Miles that time with the tackle, linebacker for the Tigers, reading his key quickly in the backfield there. Good sure tackle for loss.
Now it'll be 3rd and 15 from the 49-yard line in Durant territory as they've crossed back over midfield. Weatherly will move into the shotgun. He sends 1 receiver to the left, 3 to the right. There's the snap, back to pass, rolls to his right, looks, hits Payne in the hands, it's doubled up as 2 Durant receivers, number 84. That's going to be Justin Hall and TJ Payne both go up for the ball, and neither one get it as the Tigers get in there and break it up.
You know what's even better is that Ellis Knight defended against both of them.
Yes, he did.
1-on-2, and he came out the victor on that battle.
7:09 in the second quarter, and they're going to have to pass or punt. As that brings on number 7, Blake Stillwell. He's back at the 35-yard line in his own territory. Back deep is Dante Miller. He's standing on the 15 for the Tigers. Low snap, hits the ground. The ball is rolling. He barely gets the punt away. It hits, and it, no, and now it's caught, and then it's recovered by the Tigers. Fortunately, as the punt wasn't 5 yards, and who was number? I don't want to point anybody out, but Ellis Knight tried to catch it, got a hand on it, touched it, it fell to the ground, but then he smartly turned around and fell right on it and recovered his own fumble before the Durant Lions did, because they were standing right there with him.
And before he runs over to the coach.
Yeah, before he runs over to the coach, you want to make sure he got that ball and take it back to him.
Regardless, Tigers have the ball and in good field position, and again, plenty of time, 7 minutes left in this second quarter.
Ball on the 44-yard line in Ardmore territory, and let's send it down to the button sideline with David Polk. And what was the reaction over there on the sideline when that punt
Well, that is
off?
one as he came off the field. He was a little concerned about what was going to happen. He did just ultimately, that's just instinct. He wanted to catch the ball, but they're in great shape over here.
McAdoo in the shotgun. 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 to the left. That's Gresham. McAdoo back to pass. He throws, hits Gresham at the 50. He almost breaks a tackle, but that was good tackling there by number 33 of the Durant Lions, Matt Smith, as he brought Gresham down just on the other side of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48-yard line.
And I'm telling you, that's a play that's going to be there because Matt Smith, 5'11", he's listed. I don't think he's that big, 145. And that's what Durant expected. That's only the second touch of the football for Gresham, but you probably can expect to see a lot more of that.
Justin Day goes off, but Gresham will go far out to the right side. Joel Boyer over here to the left. McAdoo in the shotgun. Hands it off to Colbert as he goes up the middle. It'll be a gain of a couple. He'll get to the 35 or the 45-yard line. It'll be enough for a first down, though. And they'll move the chains after a gain of 3, or make it 4. 1st and 10 Tigers.
And those guys up front doing a great job for the Tigers. That's Grant, Cormier, Fitzgerald, Lester, and Hoffman. And they have done a good job protecting McAdoo, and they've started to open some holes in the running game the last couple of possessions.
Gresham comes to the near side. Dante Miller over to the right. It'll be Colbert in the backfield by himself as McAdoo comes under center. 3-step drop, hits Gresham on the left side. Again, that wrap up is number 33 wraps him up around the ankles again. Matt Smith with a good tackle, but the damage is done. It's still a gain of 8 yards, and they'll mark it at the 35-yard line. And a gain of 8, 2nd down, and a couple.
And really nice to see guys on both sides helping each other up, as this is a friendly rivalry between these two teams. And that time one of the big defenders there, the nose guard or the defensive lineman, came across to give Gresham a hand to get up.
Make that a gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 as Gresham goes out to the far side. Boyer to the left side. Colbert takes the handoff. He's at the 35 and gets stacked up. And the Lion defense that time held as Colbert unable to do anything after he hit the line of scrimmage. It'll be a no gain, 3rd down and a yard with 5 minutes left in the first half of play.
Really would be beneficial right here. Of course, you got to pick up the first down first, but Tigers really would like to get another score on the board here in this second quarter. Still just under 5 minutes left in the game. Plenty of time, but got to pick up the first down first.
2 receivers in the slot to the right with Gresham on the far right. Boyer to the left. McAdoo keeps it, rolls to his right, looks to go and goes up the right side. And he'll keep it and gain 4 or 5. There's a flag on the play over on the far side of the field.
And how many times on 3rd down when Ardmore was going to be in great shape have we seen a penalty flag go against him?
Illegal shift is going to go against the Tigers. Back them up 5.
Holy cow.
Again, let's send it down to our resident expert, David Polk.
Just one of those things where when you get on the line of scrimmage or just off of it, when you set up, you got to be still. And Drew went to calling plays, and we decided to move towards the line of scrimmage, and that's what got us there. The head linesman over here was right on top of it.
The Button sideline report. Button starter and alternator repair is
The Hatleys.
the Glenn Hatley.
Coach Hatley.
Yeah, home of Exide Batteries in Ardmore, 28 North Commerce. Timeout Ardmore. They want to talk it over, figure out what they're going to do. We'll take one as well, send it back to the studio, and hear from our sponsors. Back after this, 95.7 KKJ. David Polk, 4:39 in the second quarter. The Tigers lead by 7. So a low-scoring game so far in the first half of play, but the Tigers really have hurt themselves, I believe, more than the Lions have hurt the Tigers.
Boy, the penalty flags have just killed Ardmore on 3rd down plays that they have executed well, put themselves into good position, only to look and see some laundry out on the field and to back things up and have to try again, and that's what's going to happen right here.
As McAdoo will come out, and now there's another whistle. Well, he's still got 20 seconds, but he goes over the side. Now he comes back out. He's in the shotgun. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and the receivers. McAdoo with the snap. Got plenty of time. He's under pressure. Then he lets it go down the middle again. Another interception in the middle of the field. It's caught by number 7. That's going to be Blake Stillwell, as there was not a Tiger in sight.
Boy, that's almost an identical play, only it's Stillwell this time rather than Barreras with the interception. And trying to hit that post pattern down the middle, just overthrown last 2 times the Tigers have tried it.
Tigers offense did a good job of recovering, made the tackle at the 32-yard line in Durant territory, and that's where the Lions will take over, 1st and 10.
And that's the 3rd turnover for the Tigers, only 1 for Durant. And Durant now with a chance to score before the end of the half.
Not much scoring. As Crystal Clear Communications wants to bring you another scoring summary, but hopefully it's a Tiger one. Back, Weatherly. Broken play as he put it in the fullback's hands. He didn't take it. He pulled it back out and had to make something out of nothing. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Mark it at the 32-yard line. It'll be a loss of about a half a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down and 11.
We're 4 minutes from halftime. I want everybody to stick around for the halftime show. David Pope going to talk with the coach Mark Wilson, Ardmore High School basketball boys coach.
Man,
successful coach.
It's not that far away. We're just starting football. Weatherly takes it on the option to the left side, and he gets hit hard by Marquise Booker. As he was wrapped up and driven into the ground, it'll be a gain of 5. They mark it at the 35-yard line, and that'll make it 3rd down and about 6 after the loss of the yard a minute ago. PA saying 3rd and 7. So maybe they give him a gain of 4. Weatherly will go into the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers out to his right, 1 in the slot and 1 to the left side. He loses his footing in the backfield, drops the ball, and the Tigers pick it up.
He bounced it, dribbled it, looked like.
And they're saying it was a fumble, and the referee is giving it to the Tigers as Weatherly was pleading his case, saying it was an incomplete pass. But I don't. That didn't look, wasn't even close to a pass.
That was just clearly a bounce. As he started moving, his feet slipped out from under him, and he reached down to level himself, and when he did, the ball squirted out.
Well, we talked about basketball season, and Weatherly got an early start there. Just went to dribble it off his foot.
The thing was, is Booker got it on the upswing.
And only fair, Booker's had a great first half.
3:09 in the first half of play, 7-0, and the Tigers now with a good chance to put another score on the board before the halftime. The ball on the 30-yard line in Durant territory as McAdoo will come under center. I formation. Booker and Colbert. Hands off to Colbert. He follows, goes over the 25 down to the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and it'll bring up 2nd down and a couple. Make that 3.
And the running game has come in spurts for Ardmore. A couple of possessions weren't able to move it. Then they've had some positive plays. That was a nice one there.
I think when
on
you
first down.
When you put Marquise Booker in front and you say follow him, that helps open up some holes. Again, offset eye, Booker and Colbert. Colbert on the pitch to the right, keeps it, goes around the end, stays on his feet. 10, 5, and driven out of bounds as he gets around the outside and turns the corner. Nice block there from Marquise Booker. And now the Tigers starting to move the ball on the ground as they get all the way down to the, looks like the 7-yard line.
We got a great spot there, guys. There's a spot here on the field that shows about the 8-yard line where he was actually out. Looks like we're gonna
flag on the play though.
What else is new?
So the Tigers aren't moving, and neither are the chains. So I'm thinking it's gonna be against Ardmore. Holding against the Tigers, so that'll bring the play back and back them up some more.
And that's unfortunate because we got a chance to see Jimmy Colbert and his quickness outside. Boy, when he gets a crease, he can go with it. He streaked through that just a little crack on the outside, and not going to matter.
Moves the ball 10 yards from the point of the infraction. Second down and 13 now. The ball on the 33-yard line, so we're back further than when we started. McAdoo in the shotgun. He's got 3 out to the left side. He looks to throw, hits Gresham on the right, though, at the 25. Gresham barrels his way forward over a couple of lines and gets down to the 22-yard line. And that's where they'll mark it there. It'll be just shy of the first down. Make that the 22 and a half, almost 23-yard line.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left. And if I remember correctly, Ardmore's not burned a timeout, I don't believe.
One.
Did they take one? Then they should have a couple remaining. Plenty of time still and a couple of timeouts to burn here as they've got 22 yards to go for another touchdown.
As they mark, now they're backing them up again. Did I miss a flag? David Polk, what's going on down there?
It must have been on your side of the field because it wasn't over here, and I never saw it fall, but they're going to back them up 5.
Another illegal shift.
An illegal shift against the Tigers. Backs them up 5 more. It'll make it second down and 17 or 18 now.
And,
I never saw the flag.
Tigers started this possession at the Durant 30. Now they're at the Durant 38.
Going the wrong way, but it's still just second down. Tigers still with a chance to put some points on the board. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and that's Gresham. McAdoo in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Plenty of time. Pulls it down and keeps it. Gets to the 30, 25, 20. Jumps out of bounds, and we got another flag on the play down at the 15. That's 3 penalties in a row. If this goes against the Tigers,
this is not going to go, guys. We're going to talk about this. They tried to call this on Jermaine. And, guys, Jermaine's head was in front of the play here. So the headlines from the back judge are talking about it. We'll see what happens.
If it goes against the Tigers, Ardmore coach is not going to be happy.
They're going to wave it off.
They're going to wave it off. That's exactly what I thought.
And that'll be a first down as McAdoo makes it all the way down to the 15-yard line. So a nice run there and a gain of 19 yards.
That's a great job by the officials there, guys.
Well, what was the intended call, David?
Well, Jermaine came up and he had a great block and he had his head in front of the defender. The back judge actually called him for a clip, but the head linesman said no, his head was in front. So they waved off the flag.
McAdoo will stay in the shotgun with 1:58 left on the clock in the first half. 7-0, Tigers lead. Threatening to score. Snap. McAdoo pulls it out, goes 5. Touchdown Tigers as McAdoo broke through the line of scrimmage, skipped 1 tackle and gets it into the end zone. And that was a good-looking run by Drew McAdoo.
And what a scoring drive for the Tigers. Started at the Durant 30, but you got to figure that was about a 60-yard scoring drive from the 30 for the Tigers. But you got to credit him for hanging in there through all the adversity. And Drew McAdoo with the keeper up the middle just got through there with his quickness and came free in the secondary and just outraced everybody to the goal.
Now we got flags again. The score 13-0 as illegal formation. Illegal participation is the call.
Okay, I believe we've had just about one of every type here. We'll have to keep a stat sheet on that, see what we got left.
The scoring summary is Mr. Wallace just finished up with, like I said, started on the 31, went as far back as the 38-yard line, and then got it into the end zone. The scoring summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent in Ardmore, 808 12th Northwest in Ardmore. Call 226-5333 for more information from Verizon Wireless. Crystal Clear Communications. As the Ardmore Tigers take a timeout, we'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Welcome back to Durant, Oklahoma, as the Tigers took a timeout to talk over the extra point.
Well, you know.
Well, and with the illegal participation call, I guess they probably talked a little bit with the referees, too, trying to figure out what's going on. Ryan Keaton to do the kicking. He's got the ball on the 15-yard line where he tees it up. There's the snap. It's a little bit high, but they get it down. Keaton's kick is up and plenty of room, and it's straight through the uprights. Count it there, and that's going to make it 14-0. Tigers lead it. We're back after this on your exclusive home to Ardmore Tiger football, 95.7 KKJ. Keaton kicks it off for the Tigers. It's a high but short kick caught by Boyd at the 20-yard line, and a nice hit from the Tiger defense. That was Jake Boyd who caught that ball. Keaton with a 40-yard kick. No return. 1st and 10 from the, looks like about the 23-yard line.
And that was Robert Gordon for the Tigers on the tackle with a couple of assists from a couple of other guys in white. Didn't pick up their numbers. Saw Robert, first guy down.
Try to get some area scores for you at the halftime, as well as talk with head coach Mark Wilson of the Ardmore Tigers basketball. I formation for the Lions. Weatherly hands off to Sean Brown. Brown over the left side, keeps on his feet, drives the pile forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4. It'll make it 2nd down and about 6. Mark it at the 28-yard line.
It looked like Marquise Booker and Brian Booker combining for that tackle. A couple of Bookers on that one.
You keep up with the Bookers.
Pair of Bookers better than a single Booker. Or something like that. Something like that.
Weatherly hands off to Brown. Brown gets hit, breaks one tackle, and then gets tied up as he gets back to the line of scrimmage barely.
And it appears the Lions are not going to do anything too extravagant here. They're just going to run out this clock and
14-6. Tigers got to be pleased with the way their defense has played in the first half. Offensively, they've got a lot of penalties that I'm sure they'll talk about a little bit during the half, but I would say that they've played very well defensively. Weatherly from the shotgun looks to throw, hits the receiver over the right, 35-40, 45 midfield, and he gets wrapped up by the safety as Justin Fields comes over and makes the tackle. Number 2, that was Brandon Choate with the reception. And the Lions move the ball about 25 yards, and that changes things.
Robert Gordon upset with himself. He laid out, tried to pick up the interception there instead of slapping the ball away, and it was a big reception, big play here at the end of the first half for Durant.
Just shy of midfield. They'll mark it at midfield. 1st and 10 Lions. Weatherly rolls to his left, looks to throw over the left side, has a man at the 40, just past the 1st down and out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 25 seconds and a flag on the play.
No, he's incomplete.
Oh, okay.
Went through his hands.
Went through his hands and out of bounds.
And McAdoo drilled him in the back just to be sure.
I really thought he had caught the ball, and McAdoo drove him out of bounds, and the ball came loose. But
well, he did. He drove him out of bounds. He just didn't have the football.
Okay.
Drew's had a couple of opportunities to get hit in the back of himself, and I think he was enjoying the pleasures of being on defense and reciprocating a little bit.
Tiger defense trying to hold the Lions out of the end zone in the first half. Weatherly over to the left side, catch just on the other side of midfield, so right at the line of scrimmage. Number 38 with a nice catch there. That's Ashton Croft, 6'3", 210-pound tight end.
Not sure about that one, though. A 1-yard pass play, you know.
Well, I think he was probably supposed to go a little further, but the Tiger defense held.
1-yard completion, though. And the Ardmore will be glad to give those up with only 20 seconds left, 21 seconds left.
When I was playing at the apartment complex, 2 completions was the 1st down. So, Weatherly from the shotgun rolls to his left under pressure, launches it down, and it's intercepted. Tigers at the 30. 35 on the return. That's Drew McAdoo as he had a chance to catch one. And he runs out of bounds at the 38-yard line. The Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with 10 seconds left on the clock.
That's the second turnover for Durant. That one really Not a big deal, though, as Weatherly just kind of threw that up for grabs, just trying to make something happen, and McAdoo just got under it. Looked like a center fielder when he got it.
He really did launch that up. I think he expected his receiver to break downfield, and instead the receiver broke to the left, headed towards the sideline. So left McAdoo out there by himself. So McAdoo able to return the favor of interceptions, as he had a couple himself on the other side. We'll try to get some halftime statistics for you as well during the halftime show.
They just brought Lionel in to finish the first half.
Lionel Jimenez in the shotgun, 3 receivers out to the left. Decides to keep it, rolls on the left, 40, 45, 50, cross midfield, hits down to the 46-yard line as the clock expires. No, they were able to get the timeout in. No, they weren't. I thought he got it in time, but not. As the half expires, and both teams head to the locker room. Now the referee's trying to see if he got the timeout in, but I guess not. 14-0, the Tigers lead it. We're back with the halftime show and some statistics after this on 95.7 KKJ. That the playback of tonight's ball game can be seen on Ardmore channel 17. That's the Ardmore channel. Plainview's 18, so we want to make sure you get on the right channel. And that'll be 7 o'clock on Tuesday night
And Wednesday night.
Well, they had technical difficulties last week. They played it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
But their plan is to play it on Tuesday and Wednesday night.
Play it on Tuesday and Wednesday night, so you can watch and see what we see.
What we missed. That's what you can do.
And you can critique where we screwed up.
Actually, please don't do that.
But the Durant Lions will do the kicking. Tigers still huddled up on their side of the field. Lions out on the field, getting ready to break into the kickoff formation. As now the Tigers come out. Going back deep, it'll be Jimmy Calvert.
Party.
And number 2, Jermaine Gresham. As he goes back, they'll be at about their own 10-yard line. There's Andrew Weatherly. Sets the Durant kick team. Weatherly, an all-around athlete for these Durant Lions. As the second half is underway, the Tigers lead. It's a high end over end. It only goes about 15 yards. It's going to be a fair catch. I don't know can you fair catch a kickoff? Robert Gordon catches it at the 37-yard line. So no return. And that's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10.
Good field position to start for the Tigers. Again, they had a couple of drives in that second quarter to put themselves in a situation to lead at halftime, get to touch the ball first. As they deferred, they won the opening kick, decided to play defense and defer, and get to come out and play offense first to start this second half.
Tigers send 3 receivers out to the right side. 1 lone back. McAdoo puts it in, pulls it out, keeps it, gets around the left side. 40 to the 30 or to the 45, and he's driven out of bounds. And it'll be a gain of 8. And it'll bring up 2nd down and a couple as he goes out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
And Drew a little bit slow to get up there. I'm not sure. I thought he was picking up some equipment. I think he's just taking a second to gather himself. As again, he got dinged up pretty good last week against the Ada Cougars. Had to go to the hospital and get checked out. A Got up a little slow, got tackled over in that artificial turf area there on the Durant bench.
McAdoo stays in the shotgun. Colbert's to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Hands it off to Colbert. Nope, keeps it. Pulls it out, goes same play. This time he'll run out of bounds on his own at the 50. It'll be good for the first down, as I think when he got hit on the last play, he was right there on that kind of, it's not pavement, but it's not soft
AstroTurf,
either.
I believe, yeah. It's not a good place to fall, but that was really a good ball fake for McAdoo. That's what really sold that play, is he faked the ball to the fullback, and then just scrambled outside, and it took the defenders a second to find the football. And McAdoo is a little shook up, and they're going to bring in Lionel Jimenez now for this next play.
They're trying to, the coach is going to talk to him a little bit, make sure he's all right, as he takes his helmet off and goes to his knees. Jimenez under center. Quick throw over the middle, hits number 13 at the 40-yard line. That's Justin Day, as he, little slant pattern there. Nice gain of about 11, maybe 12 yards. They'll mark it at the 36-yard line. Make it 37. That'll move the chains. 1st and 10 Tigers.
And Justin Day has proven that the Tigers have a lot more receivers than just Jermaine Gresham, as Justin has really turned out to be a nice possession-type receiver, as McAdoo has connected with him early in the first half, and this time Jimenez finds him quickly for a big first down, a big gain, first big gain of the second half.
Jimenez likes to work from under center as he gets under. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Gresham can't quite hold on to it as the ball is a little low. Jermaine reaches down to grab it, but it does touch the ground. It'll be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Well, some quick penetration by Barrett Shirey there on the right side, and got right in Jimenez's face. He had to really hurry the throw, just threw Gresham. Gresham had to come back and try to get his hands underneath that football, just couldn't get back in time.
Jimenez comes over, gets the play. Grant Lyons with a 4-man front, as they've pretty much stayed with 7 in the box. 3 receivers to the left, shotgun formation. Handoff to Colbert. Tries to get around the right side. He's going to get stacked up in the backfield as number 45 shoots the gap, makes a nice defensive play. That's going to be Barrett Shirey.
Same guy that got penetration on the previous play, got outside, just defeated his blocker. Fought off the blocker, got outside there as the tailback for the Tigers that time. Jimmy Colbert couldn't get outside, couldn't outrun him to the corner.
Loss of a yard, 3rd down and 11. Tigers up by 14 as we just get underway here in the second half. If you're just joining us, Terry along with Billy Wallace and David Polk with the button sideline, as Lionel Jimenez in the shotgun. Rolls to his left, looks to throw. He does. Got Gresham wide open at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Tigers.
And what a nice touch pass by Jimenez. Took a lot of touch to get it over that safety's head and drop it into the hands of Jermaine.
Jermaine able to get behind the defense, and Lionel saw it all the way, and like you said, floated it over and made the score. As Jermaine Gresham gets high fives from all around, makes it 20-0. Send it down to the button sideline real quick and see what how things are going down there with David Polk.
And that was just, again, a great touch pass. And a little interesting thing here going on the extra point here. We have a new holder because Drew's out, so we'll see how this goes for Keaton.
Ryan Keaton to do the kick. The snap is good. They get the hold down. It's going to be roughing the kicker on Durant. As they ran into Ryan Keaton. The kick was good. Makes it 21-0. Roughing the kicker against Durant. They'll assess the penalty on the kickoff, I'm sure.
And Ryan hung in there tough. He saw the guy coming, went ahead and drilled it through the uprights and took one for the team there.
And that shows you that just another year worth of experience for Ryan and the work that he's doing. And off season, he's in the past, sometimes he's wanted to pull up his head, but he kept his head down, drove through the ball, and took what he had to do there. And we ought to see this one go out of the back of the end zone.
What a great job by Lionel Jimenez to come in and move the Tiger offense down the field.
That's what I was going to say. Another thing that's evident, the Tigers have 2 quality quarterbacks. As Jimenez comes in, doesn't miss a beat. Tiger offense doesn't miss a beat. He connects on the long pass play. The Tigers complete a 63-yard scoring drive on the first possession of the second half.
As they mark the ball on the Durant 45 after the penalty. A 15-yard penalty assessed. As the Tigers will line up across their own 45 on this kickoff. Back deep for the Lions. There's Barraras. I don't know if I'm saying that young man's name right, but I hope I am. Matt Smith also back. Here's a high kick. It's deep. It's just shy of the end zone. Mike Smith catches it. He gets to the 5 to the 15 before he's brought down. So good coverage from the Tigers, but a nice return there from Mike Smith.
Still, the Tigers keep them inside the 20-yard line as they're going to pick up possession there at their own 17, it appears, from here. And the offense has really started to gel, I think. Even change of quarterbacks didn't affect them as they came out and drove smartly down the field for the score. Now a chance for the defense to continue their first half outing, as they looked really good in the first half. Let's see what they can do now.
21-0 the score, 10:02. The scoring summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, 808 12th Southwest or Northwest in Ardmore. Your Verizon wireless agent, as Weatherly hands off to the fullback up the middle for a gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Boy, the rushing yardage has come
to a halt.
Very difficult tonight for Durant, as they had only 12 yards rushing in the first half and didn't get much on that one.
As they line up in the shotgun, 4 receivers out. Tigers go with 6 in the box. Pressure on Weatherly. Got a man open though in the flanks. It's caught at the 40. He breaks a tackle, cuts back to the midfield, gets to the 45. And number 16, that's going to be Mitch Barraras with a nice catch. He had to leave his feet, but when he came down, he was sidestepping, broke 2 tackles, got back to the center of the field, and had about 5 or 7 yards after the catch.
But one thing, Durant just kind of throws it up there and hopes for the best. They've connected on about 3 or 4 of those plays, and that's one where the wide receiver just kind of got lost in the secondary for the Tigers. A little bit of a late reaction there for the Tigers, and it's a big play and a big first down to get Durant out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
Got movement on the Durant line. That's going to back them up 5 as the receiver in the slot on the right side jumped.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they call offsides encroachment.
We got into the old red zone there, into the neutral zone.
Well, I didn't see that. That voice was David Polk.
I was dodging a helmet whenever I was talking to you there. So,
Buttons starter and alternator sideline report. 28th North Commerce in Ardmore. Buttons, with all your battery needs, they can take your alternator off, repair it, put it back on, and get you going again quickly. Weatherly looks to throw, and he gets the ball knocked down. That's going to be number 88,
Brian Booker.
Brian Booker, with a nice bat down. The Tigers now starting to dominate on defense.
Well, they have had good penetration and have been able to rush Weatherly. He's just been able to just barely get the ball away, and Booker just jumped up in the air and swatted that one aside.
4 receivers out, 1 lone back in the backfield with Weatherly in the shotgun. Weatherly takes it, keeps it, gets wrapped up on a broken play as the Tigers are in the backfield before he can make the handoff. And it'll be a loss of 3, maybe 4 yards, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll make it 3rd down and 9. Well, they're going to give him a good spot, make it 3rd and 8.
Weatherly trying to fake the ball and then pull it out, and Tiger defenders, just too many of them in there. They just tackled everybody in the backfield, make sure they had the one with the football.
Weatherly will stay in the shotgun. It didn't do him any good last time. He's only got 2 receivers out this time. Shuffle pass over to the right, caught 50, 45, down to the 40 is number 33, Matt Smith. And he gets down all the way to the 41-yard line in Ardmore territory. A nice little run around the right side there for Durant.
That was really a little option play, but it wasn't much of an option.
More of a forward shuffle pass.
Yeah, they just got to the corner and didn't have enough guys in white there to contain the play, and Ardmore has struggled and have given up some big plays on third down.
Similar to what we saw Ardmore do earlier in the ball game with McAdoo to Colbert on that right side. Weatherly back to pass. He looks, changes his mind. Now he's under pressure around the 50, throws it away. It's going to be incomplete, and it'll make it 2nd down and 10 for the Lions. Is nowhere to throw, and Weatherly had all day.
Well, and
good protection.
That time, good coverage. Coverage sack. It wasn't a sack, but forced him to get rid of the ball there, and nice coverage in the secondary for the Tigers. As good as a sack, almost.
Just about. Does waste the down. Lions line up in an I formation. TJ Payne in front. This time Weatherly will keep it. Goes over the left side.
And guess what? 3rd and long. It seems like Durant has been in that position all night, and unfortunately, Tigers have given up some first downs on 3rd and long.
That long is going to be 9 yards as it's at 7:22 in the 3rd quarter.
Tyler Rackley for Durant coming off a little slowly there. A little dinged up as he is replaced on this play.
Weatherly under center. Drops back to pass. Under pressure as the blitz was on. Gets away. Now it throws it over to the right side. It bounces on the turf. And it's going to be incomplete, and that'll bring on the punting unit for the Lions as Weatherly was under pressure as soon as he got back in his drop.
Yeah, and guess who? Brian Booker all over him. Almost sacked him the first time. Battled back, got a hold of him just as he released the football, and it fell well short of the receiver. But if Brian Booker's not the defensive player of the game, then something's wrong here, Terry.
Well, we'll give it to him right
played
now.
a whale of a game.
There's the snap. No rush. Nice high spiral on the kick. Caught at the 10,
Whoa.
and then he's going to get hit immediately as it was Dante Miller with the reception, but the Lions with good coverage. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Make that the 11th.
This will be possession number 2 for the Tigers, Terry. They drove 63 yards for a touchdown on their first possession of the second half. This one, they got a little farther to go as they got 90 to go. Not quite. It's going to be, is it marked at the 10? 11?
11.
Just 89. 89 yards, no problem.
Just 89 yards is all they got to do. Lionel Jimenez comes back in for the Tigers at the quarterback position. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 2 to the right, or 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Hands it up, or keeps it. Jimenez goes around the right side, tries to turn the corner, does.
Put a hand down to keep his balance.
Nice as he lost his footing, but then regained it.
Looked like he was breakdancing over there on the right side, but managed to keep his balance and take it on down the field for a little bigger gain.
Gain of 5, make it 2nd down and 10, or 2nd down and 5. And mark the ball at about the 18-yard line. In Ardmore territory as the Tigers start deep in their own. Jimenez comes under center. Pitch out. As the tailback jumps it at the 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, and he's finally collared and brought down by Ryan Reynolds as number 34, Jermaine Stubblefield, with a huge run, jumped over a Lion defender, and then once he did that, he turned the corner on the left side and was gone.
Boy, he's got some moves and some quick there, and got some bright red shoes to go with it. But he got around that corner in a hurry, and really only one man to beat. That guy was able to get enough of him to bump him out of bounds, but a big play.
As the Tigers now get into Durant territory, they mark it at the 41-yard line. Jimenez in shotgun formation. 3 receivers close in on the left side. Hands it off to Stubblefield. He gets to the 40, to the 35, and he'll be brought down there. It'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Stubblefield with really thinking like a good football player out there as he took on the tackler, Casey Hunt. He turned around and fell backwards for another 2 or 3 yards, just kept driving as he actually turned his back on the defender and just got what he could out of it.
Jimenez doing a good job running the offense after McAdoo was shaken up on the side here on the artificial turf down by the track. As Jimenez comes under center, he's got 3 out to the right, 1 to the left. That's Gresham in a lone back. Quick drop over the middle, hits the boy, and there it's touchdown Tigers. Man, he just out of nowhere, the guy Justin Day comes across the middle, breaks through the zone coverage and just opens it up and goes all the way into the end zone.
And how well thrown was that pass?
Right on the money on that little slant.
Yeah, it was a little slant. He just led him perfectly, and Justin Day caught it in stride, made a couple of moves, really nice moves, and Tigers now really start to pull away.
I looked to see who it was, and before I could look back, he was in the end zone. It was Justin Day with a nice catch and run after to put it in to make the Tigers now 27-0. Ryan Keaton in the kick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. That's going to make it 28-0 with 4:49 in the 3rd period. We're back after this. 95.7 KKHA. Oklahoma, 28-0 the score as the Tigers marched it from their own 11-yard line, 89 yards in about 5 plays, and able to cap it off with a pass from Jimenez to Justin Day, 31-yard pass, or 33-yard pass. As Ryan Keaton does the kicking, it's a high end over end. It's going to be fielded at the 20 on the run. He gets to the 25. It's Barreras. 30.
Oh, good
32-yard line, and a nice open field tackle by Ryan Chandler of the Tigers on the right side.
And really the only man left over there, so it was an even bigger tackle because if he doesn't get him, he's going to run away.
Yeah, there was nobody on the other side of him. Scoring summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. Check out the in-network calling, Verizon Wireless, Crystal Clear Communications.
Second possession for Durant. Tigers 2 for 2. 2 possessions, 2 scores.
Made some good halftime adjustments. They've cut down on some penalties as now they move 8 men into the box. Weatherly back to pass. He goes to his left and comes back. It's intercepted by Ellis Knight at the 25, 20, 15, 10. And that's where he's going to get knocked down as he caught the ball at the 30 and broke through a couple of lines on a nice, it's kind of a tip drill pass.
Yeah, but credit the defense there as that was designed to fake a play to the left and come back, throw right, and Durant has had some success doing that. But that time when Weatherly turned to his right, his receiver was covered up. He had to look downfield and really just force the pass in there. Ellis Knight, reading the quarterback's eyes, just broke on the football and took it down the boundary for a big play.
They mark the ball at the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. I don't believe they'll be able, they're not going to put the chains up as there's a timeout. Durant will take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Ardmore Tigers have taken a commanding lead, 28-0, with 4:31 in the third.
Terry, got some scores I'll update quickly as we have a break in the action
Okay.
here. Last score we had at halftime, Plainview over Dixon, 28-12. Now in the third quarter, Hilton over Elmore City, 29-0. In the third quarter in college action, Florida State still leads Miami by a score of 10-0. And in the third quarter, Davis 12, Lone Grove nothing. In the third quarter, also Sulphur 14-7 over Pauls Valley. That in the third. And Carl Albert and Ada going at it. Carl Albert with the lead 13-3, 6 minutes remaining third quarter. And Tishomingo over Antlers 21-0. That also in the third. And again, thanks to Mike Strawn for keeping us posted. If I could read them off as well as he gets them to me, we'd be in good shape.
You can read your own writing? Or?
No, that was the problem. That's bad when you wrote it and you can't read it.
Send it down to the, we'll go down to the Button sideline right after this as Lionel Jimenez gets under center, hands it off to the big Jermaine Stubblefield as he gets into the tailback, goes down to the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. It'll make it 2nd down and 4, or goal from the 4. As Jermaine Stubblefield, a good-looking young tailback for the Ardmore Tigers.
Boy, he added a little spark to him, didn't he?
On the ground, which we hadn't seen much of him.
And how well has Jimenez played since he came to the game? And we talked about the tandem that the Tigers have at quarterback is McAdoo and Jimenez. You can't tell when one leaves. If they traded jerseys, we'd never know the difference, I don't think.
Jimenez under center. As he's got a new running back, and that's going to be number 33, Marquise Booker. So he takes it in, and it'll be a touchdown. That quick, that simple, and that uneventful as it was just kind of, there it is.
Hand off to the big guy just up the middle. Nothing fancy, well-blocked offensive line continues to fire off, and 6-yard touchdown run, a 10-yard drive that time. They drove 89 with the last possession, only had to drive 10 yards with this possession, and boy, it's getting quiet on this side of the field.
Yes, it is.
Now.
Make it 34-0 now as the Tigers score with 3:49 in the third quarter of play. The snap is good for the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. As that's going to make the score 35-0. We'll be back after this. 95.7 KKJ. Field at the campus of Southeastern Oklahoma State University is Ryan Keaton with a nice high kick fielded at the 3 by Barreras. He's at the 10, 15, 20, and that's where he'll be hit and taken down. They'll mark it at about the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Durant with 3:42 in the third quarter.
This will be the third possession for Durant. Tigers have scored on all 3 of their second half. And Durant, they put together one little drive, had one big pass play early on their first possession of the second half, but that's been about it. Tiger defense has really zeroed in.
I want to remind everybody that tomorrow morning, 8:30 on KKJ, the Mike Kellick Chevrolet Coaches Show, as myself and all the area coaches will sit down and we'll talk about tonight's games as well as next week's matchups. That starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning right here on KKJ as Weatherly under center from the I formation. Hands it off to Sean Brown. Brown up the middle, hits the 25, 26, 27 as he's driving the pile, and he refuses to go down. And he gets all the way to the 28-yard line before the Tigers finally gang tackle him and bring him down. It'll be 2nd down and about 3.
And may start to see some new Tigers out there before long, I would think, with the 35-0 score, 3:15 remaining third quarter. Still mostly starters out there.
As Weatherly, again under center with the I formation. He's got TJ Payne and Sean Brown dots the I. Hand off to Brown. Brown spins to his left, falls forward, gets to the 30. Be just shy of the first down. At about the 30 and a half, maybe 31-yard line. We'll see where they spot it.
When Sean Brown still playing hard out there, had 225 yards last week, has really been frustrated and had two yards rushing at the half. He looks determined here.
They're going to take a measurement, send it down to the Button sideline with David Polk and see if they made it.
I think we're going to be about a stripe away from a first down.
A stripe away.
Maybe the stripe of the ball. It's just real close.
Now,
the stripe of the ball is not as big as the yard line stripe.
but I think he's right. They're just about a half a chain link, maybe 2 links away.
Well, that's really what I meant. I meant this from the stripe of the ball out to the end of the ball, about that far, about 3 inches.
Okay, 3 inches. That's universal measurements in this country. 35-0, 2:51 in third quarter. Appreciate that from the David Polk, our sideline reporter, as he's done a fine job for now in his second year, I believe. Second or third year, David?
This is my 4th year.
Well, okay.
Okay.
See, I'm out of touch.
You're the new guy.
I am the new guy.
Me and David been around a while. You're the new guy.
Durant's really starting to wear down here. You can start to see it setting in.
Yes, you can, as the Weatherly hands it off. Now Brown fights his way forward. This time he gets plenty enough for the first down as he gets all the way to the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, and that'll move the chains, make it first down and 10. As I think right now the Lions want to kind of keep it away from the Tigers, but obviously want to try to get into the end zone.
Well, they've been able to run up the middle with this possession, which they haven't been able to do all night.
Weatherly, I formation again. Play action. Looks to pass. Throws it over to the right side. Caught at the 45. Across midfield is number 85. That's going to be Justin Stevens with a nice reception there on a little 10 and out pattern. Kind of a crossing pattern there from the Durant receivers.
Justin Stevens has good size, too, and good wheels. He's 6'4", 200 pounds. He's able to find like just a little opening out there and just breaks it back in before the defender can get to him. And he's had 2 or 3 big receptions for them tonight.
And what he does is he's catching it, coming back to the quarterback, and then turning it around and going back upfield with the speed he's got. Play action. Weatherly over the middle, tipped, almost intercepted. Is number 59 of the Ardmore Tigers. That's Stephen Lee. Gets a hand on it and knocks it up. And I don't know who was it.
Jermaine Stubblefield that almost picked it up.
It.
The guy with the red shoes. He's easy for me to find because he's the only one with red cleats.
Yes, he is.
That's a good way to get your name on the radio. Just wear something that stands out like that.
That or
make
have a couple of good runs like you did offensively and make you see his red shoes. Weatherly hands off to Brown. Brown gets stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain. And that'll be just inside Ardmore territory at the 48-yard line.
That was DeJuan Miles, linebacker for the Tigers, making the tackle.
It's going to be third down and a long 9 for the Lions.
Under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. And the air's kind of out of the balloon a little bit over here. It's kind of quiet.
Yes, it is. The Durant side of the field is quiet. Nice crowd came from the Ardmore as they've made the trip over. Not too far, not too bad a drive. Weatherly from the shotgun, got time to throw, looks downfield and does, almost picked off as he tries to hit TJ Payne down deep.
Justin Fields with the breakup of the pass really laid out, made a really nice play as he didn't go for the interception, just reached out to tap it away.
Out into the
That guy
flats.
just a sophomore. Justin just a sophomore.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 9. Now as the Lions going to have to go for it as we now have a, I'm not real sure what we have here. A bunch of joggers carrying the flags, and I'm sure there's something in this. As a,
that must mean something.
Means something. As Weatherly rolls to his left, throws, almost.
Oh, I was going to say, don't catch it. One of the Tigers really giving his biggest effort to try to intercept it, but you don't want to. You want the ball back here at the 50-yard line. If you intercept it, he's going to get it down closer to the 35.
as it went over the intended receiver, Brandon Choate. It went through his hands, and the Tigers tried to, like you said, intercept, but they didn't. So that'll bring it up. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers as they'll start from their own 48-yard line.
Coaches say, appreciate the effort, but try not to catch that one, would you? You know, we haven't talked about the Tiger coaches all year, and we should, because they've got a bunch of good ones. Of course, Mike Lloyd, the head coach. His assistants, Mark Linney, Paul Smith, Grant Naylor, Josh Newby, Dave Goodman, Creed Tibbs, Tony Gresham, Elmar Perry, Heath Claiborne, Zach Berth, Gerald Winard, and Jake Falvey. Got just a few helpers there,
Just
and
a
they
few.
do a fine job. And
They're all on the field right there.
And I'm telling you, from watching from last week to this, they've worked hard this last week.
You can tell that the Labor Day, two-a-day helped the Tigers. They gave them a chance to really get out there early in the morning and get the guys when they were fresh before they had been in school all day, and I think they were able to overcome some problems. They've made some good adjustments here in the second half. They've cut down on the penalties. They haven't, I don't believe they've even had a flag here in the third quarter, have they?
Not that I remember.
That I can remember.
Thanks for putting me on the spot, though.
You're welcome. I'm good at that.
I know. I'm used to you.
As Lionel Jimenez will step in, and he'll stay in the ball game here, and he hands it off to the first man through, and I believe that is going to be a gain of maybe a half a yard. And I can't see who the first man through was, and I still
That was
can't
Marquise
see.
Booker.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And those who may have tuned in and hear Lionel Jimenez playing may wonder about Drew McAdoo. I don't think he's seriously hurt. Got hit pretty hard over here on the sideline, hit the AstroTurf area just off of the field, and went out of the game. Lionel Jimenez has come on and led the Tigers down the field for three scores.
And Drew is standing on the sideline with his helmet off. Obviously, I think it's more because of the score now. As they hand off to Stubblefield, he crosses midfield, jumps a couple of lines. He has been in the air a lot. When he runs, he likes to jump over defenders as they try to tackle him down low. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Well, after that last touchdown, Drew tried to come in and go ahead and hold for the extra point, and coaches actually pulled him off. He's kind of being a cheerleader on the sideline down here right now. Pads are off. He's through for the night, and Wood Turner's done a great job holding the ball for Ryan Keaton on the extra points since Drew's been out.
Let's talk a little bit about another new guy. Jermaine Stubblefield has come in, done a nice job. Just a sophomore, 5'10", 160-pounder. Got a little lightning in his britches, though.
As the third quarter comes to an end, it's 35-0. Tigers lead it. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA. State University. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. The Tigers lead at 35-0 as we start this fourth quarter of play. Lionel Jimenez is in the at quarterback. He's up under center with an I formation. He's got 2 receivers out to his left, Marquise Booker and Jermaine Stubblefield in the eyes. There's a penalty after all that in the third quarter. I gave him kudos. And now I think we're going to have a procedure call. Offsides on the Tigers.
They got some new scores, Terry. We'll hurry while they're between plays here. Into the third quarter, Plainview over Dixon, 35-18. Now in the fourth quarter, Healton over Elmore City, 36-0. Florida State, Miami still 10-0. Davis over Lone Grove now, 25-0. That in the fourth quarter. Sulphur over Pauls Valley, 34-7 in the fourth. Carl Albert over Ada, 13-9. That in the fourth quarter. And the last we had was third quarter, Tishomingo 21, Antlers 0. And again, thank you, Mike Strawn, for all your help.
As Jimenez back to pass, gets pressured quickly as the Lions blitz the right side and able to get in to the backfield before the Jimenez could even get set to do anything. It'll be a loss of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 13.
And Terry, one other score just specially for you. Texas Rangers 10-2 over Toronto.
They do know how to play baseball. They have,
Mike knows you're a big Ranger fan.
I have questioned that here in the last couple of weeks. No, the Rangers have made it a very interesting season for Ranger fans anyway. Nice young team. High snap. Keaton gets it. Nice kick though. Nice spiral.
Wow.
High, deep. Lands at the 20-yard line. And the Lions will let it land and roll. It'll be Barraras back. And they'll be down at the 14-yard line, and that's where the Lions will take over and try to move it again.
Got a flag on the play, guys. I think we probably had an illegal alignment, and we're going to back it up maybe and do it again.
And that's too bad, because that was really a nice punt, Ryan Keaton. He's had a great night kicking and punting.
They're saying it was a procedure.
Just a little bit of movement. What they had there, they only had 10 guys on the field. They ran one out. It really wasn't the guy that was supposed to be there, but they needed somebody to go, and he ran out. And there was just a little fidge out there on the field, and they called it. So we're going to back it up 5. Got the right guy out there now, and hopefully Ryan will put it inside the 10 this time.
Barraras this time will stand on his own 20 for the Lions. As Ryan Keaton back to punt. Keaton, the senior for the Tigers, does a good job on the kicking responsibilities. There's the snap. The rush is coming. It's a high, low kick, but it's fielded at the 20. 25, Barraras gets his knees taken out from underneath him. Nice open field tackle there by number 59, Stephen Lee, as he makes the tackle at the 25-yard line. Make that 27, and that's where they'll mark it. It'll be 1st and 10, Durant.
11-13 remaining. Ardmore with a comfortable lead, 35-0 over Durant. Durant, this will be possession number 4 of this second half. Tigers would like to pitch the shutout.
Shotgun formation. 4 receivers out. Weatherly. Option over to the Brown. Brown cuts back to the inside, and he's going to get stacked up in the backfield before he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle there.
I think that was Stephen Lee. Really a nice tackle as
Him
he
and
just
Brian Booker
reached out and got him by the ankles.
Loss of 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
I want to remind again all the grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles that you can watch the replay of each and every ball game this season on Tuesday and Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Thanks to the Ardmore Quarterback Club and Bill Allen, who's going to be with us all year taping. But Tuesday, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock.
In close, Weatherly keeps it, goes over the left side, takes it over the tackle. He'll gain about 4 of the lost yardage back, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, mark it at the 28-yard line, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. And I want y'all to know that riding with Bill Allen, it's a challenge for us. So but we appreciate it.
You thought I was a
coming over
bad
and making the
backseat
the
rider.
As Weatherly, I formation, play action rolls, looks to throw, launches it up down the right side, and it's great defensive effort.
Oh, come on.
And they're going to throw the flag.
Oh, I don't know about that one. That was pretty well played.
Number 30, Duan Miles with a nice defensive effort.
Yeah, and he waited on the ball to get there, just reached over the shoulder of the receiver to slap the ball away. I don't think much is going to get by this officiating crew tonight.
They're going to call pass interference on the Tigers, and that'll be an automatic 1st down. Let's send it down to the Button sideline with David Polk and get his thoughts.
Well, the reason why that the shorter fella was able to go up and tip that ball away from the Durant wide receiver is because he did help himself a little on his back as he went over with his plant hand. And the headlinesman over here got it. This is a good crew. This crew is a Lone Star Conference crew. NCAA Division II crew that works high school ball as well. So you're right, Terry, they're not going to miss much.
Well, sometimes as a Tiger fan, you want her to miss a couple of things.
Oh, sure you do.
That's all right. Weatherly hands it off to the fullback up the middle. He gains a yard, maybe 2 after the automatic first down, and
There's another flag.
there's another flag this time at the line of scrimmage. I think this is going to go against the Lions. Let's send it down to David Polk and get his thoughts on that play.
Well, I really didn't see it. I do see what happened. Somebody had something really wrong to say. They've shown the number. I won't mention which one it is, but I imagine a big bad word must have flown down here on the field.
Unsportsmanlike conduct as they back him up 15 yards.
That's
now
tough from Durant because they just got a really good break there, and this comes after the first down, so that backs it up 15 to 1st and 25.
And a loss of down. It'll make it 2nd down from the 28-yard line.
25. 25 to go.
Well, 25 yards to go from the 28.
Yes.
Weatherly will go into the shotgun. He'll send 3 receivers out to the left side and 1 to the right. Sean Brown in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Sean Brown. He gets stacked up right where he got the ball. It'll be a loss of a couple, as the Ardmore defense has played exceptionally well against the run tonight.
There's a Lion still on the field, going to be slow to get up.
They've done a good job tackling.
Tyler Rackley, that's the 2nd time he's gotten up slowly. Big lineman, 6 foot 230, offensive lineman for Durant.
I think he's going to get some relief there as number 52 goes in.
I think he laid there trying to get a break.
Derek DeLosier.
Looked over at the coach, said, how long do I have to lay here before you put a sub in, coach?
As he does come off on his own power, though. Durant trying to dig themselves out of a hole. 3rd and 25 now with 8:39 left to go in the ball game. Weatherly back to pass, pump fakes. Now he launches it down the left side, and it's almost caught as number 85, the intended receiver, at the 40-yard line in Ardmore territory. Justin Stevens had a chance to catch that football. He was turned around backwards, but really should have caught it.
Yeah, but Robert Gordon jumped out, got a hand on the football, and how athletic is he? We saw him last week, made a really athletic interception in the end zone against Ada. That time, really just had to hang in the air, wait on the ball to get there, and got enough of a hand on it to deflect it, to not allow that receiver to come down with the football.
Now we have a penalty flag on the play as the Lions were getting ready to punt. And it gets too many men on the field as one was coming off when they broke huddle, maybe? David Polk, what do you think? David Polk, do you think?
Oh, I think that it's one of those deals. They had 12 in the huddle, and when they broke it, that's exactly what happened. A guy ran off, and the official was right on it and called it.
As Blake Stillwell back to punt. He gets a low snap, gets it away as he kicks from his own 10. It lands at the 45, takes the Durant bounce, rolls out of bounds at midfield. They'll mark it right at the...
He was really close, guys, to downing that ball. When he went down on a knee, he did have the presence of mind not to pick it up until he got his knees off the ground, but he nearly reached and grabbed it with both knees on the ground.
They mark it at the 49-yard line in Ardmore territories where it rolled out of bounds. It'll be Ardmore's ball, 1st and 10. With 8:20 left in the ball game, 35-0 the score. The Tigers have dominated the second half, and have to be pleased if you're Coach Lloyd of the Ardmore Tigers with the way his team played in the second half.
Well, this is their 5th possession. They scored on 3 of the previous 4 possessions, and that's pretty good production.
Jimenez will come up under center. Tight formation. So he'll keep it, comes around the right side, gets across the midfield. Almost down to the Durant 49, but they're going to mark him at midfield. That's where his knee touched. 2nd down and about 8.
Lionel Jimenez has come in and done a nice job in his relief role tonight. As McAdoo got dinged up early in that 3rd quarter, Lionel came on and has really done a great job leading this Tiger squad. And the offense has not missed a beat with him on the field.
Jimenez under center. Is Trez McCarroll in at fullback. Now they get it around the left side to the 40 to the 35 before he's driven out of bounds. That's going to be Joel Boyer in the backfield. I'm sorry, that's Jimmy Colbert, number 6. As he makes a nice run. Moves the, well, they're going to say went out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and a yard. I guess he stepped on the line.
You like
there.
to call this play 3rd and 1. You can do whatever you want here. Just have a good time. Still come back, pick up the first. Doesn't matter anyway. Tigers with a 35-0 lead. 7:21 remaining, 4th quarter.
Jimenez comes under center I formation with McCarroll and Colbert dotting the I. Ball's on the ground. Jimenez picks it up.
That's what you don't want to do.
Tries to make something out of it, but the Lions quickly converge, and it'll be a loss of a couple.
Just didn't get the snap that time. Lionel tried to pull away before he had a good grip on the football.
Now at the ball on the 44-yard line in Durant territory, it'll be 4th down and about a long 2. I want to remind everybody tomorrow morning at 8:30, the coaches show, the Mike Kellick area coaches show. Mike Kellick Chevrolet brings you the show each and every week live from the Prairie Kitchen, as we now have a penalty. A relatively clean 3rd quarter. David, what you were saying?
That was just a big old lineman that got a snap count pulled on him there, and we're going to mark 5 off and get a 1st down.
And you said it. Ryan Highsaw, 6'4", 300 pounds, and he did roll the center back there. He got his money's worth on the hit. Unfortunately, it's going to give the Tigers a 1st down without snapping the ball. So make it 1st and 10 now. Tigers going to pick up this possession at the 39-yard line of Durant, and 6:38 remaining. 35-0 the score. Ardmore with the lead.
As Jimenez comes under center, I formation. Pitch out to the right side. Colbert comes out, tries to get around the corner, can't get there as the Lions do a good job laterally in pursuit. Colbert gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll keep it at the 44, but it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Jimmy Colbert is a junior. The fullback, Trez McCarroll, is a sophomore. A lot of young guys getting a lot of action tonight.
Austin Williams heads off as Jimenez comes back on with the play.
We talked about Jimenez all night. He's just a junior. Plays like a senior, but just a junior.
Again, the I formation. 2 receivers, 1 left, 1 right, I formation. Jimenez back to pass. It's caught at the 35, gets down to the 32-yard line. It's Ryan Chandler with the reception as he's driven out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Right at the 1st down marker. Let's see what the referee says.
Another good possession receiver there for the Tigers. Ryan Chandler had a good play on special teams earlier in the ball game.
Thought he was going to measure, but he decided not to. He'll give it him the 1st down. I want to thank all of our sponsors this year for the Ardmore Tiger football. Toyota of Ardmore, Citizens Bank and Trust of Ardmore, Vernon's Plumbing, Heat and Air, the Daily Ardmore, just to name a few. Jimenez will come under center. Puts it in, pulls it out, option to the left. Colbert around the 25 down to the 21-yard line before he's brought down by the Lions. Down on the left side, it's going to be a gain of 8 as they mark it just shy of the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 2.5 yards to go.
Boy, really nice hands for Lionel Jimenez as he had the quick fake up the middle and then the quick pitch outside. Not much turnaround there time to go from the fake to the pitch, and he got it done really well, enough to give the running back an open look at the outside corner.
Jimenez This time gives it off to Trez McCarroll and sticks it in, doesn't pull it out. McCarroll goes to the left side, and now we get another flag on the play. Goes to the left side. There'll be no gain on the play. 3rd down and 2.
Well, there were 9 penalties in the first half, and there's got to be double that many in the second half, it seems like. David Polk is hanging out over by the cheerleaders.
David Polk, your call on that penalty.
Well, we just had a little unsportsmanlike stuff going on over there, away from the ball, probably 25 yards away from the ball, and one of our guys just got a little overzealous, took a shot he shouldn't have taken, and we're going to back it up, and it's probably going to could stop our drive here. We'll have to go to the air now.
As you are correct.
It'll be a dead ball penalty.
Button starter, alternator, repair brings you the Button sideline each and every game. As the fine folks at Buttons, Glenn Hatley and the gang, over 75 years experience working on starters and alternators and batteries, and they'll check your system out. They'll do service calls. Give them a call. 28 North Commerce and Ardmore. Buttons, starter and alternator repair.
And Glenn Hatley knows his way around Arlington, Texas, too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. and he knows his way around an automobile. We won't talk about Arlington, Texas.
Thank you.
That was a private trip. 4:10 left in the ball game. Handoff to the tailback, Jimmy Colbert, as he makes his way through the line of scrimmage and gains a couple. It's going to bring up 4th down at about 15 yards as they mark it at the 32-yard line. 35-0 the score. The Tigers with a commanding lead going to try to keep this as a shutout.
And David Polk, it's getting kind of boring. Could you turn around and maybe get the cheerleaders to give us a go Tigers or something?
Tell them to pump up the crowd.
That's actually the Palm Squad I'm in front of.
Oh, well, they're right over here, though.
They're close. I think I'll pass on that.
Well, that's no fun.
Now the band is leaving. That's not a good sign. As they hand Jimenez on a broken play, going to make some of it. Gets around at 30, 25, over to the 22-yard line as he comes in just shy of the 1st down, about a couple yards, but he made up a lot of ground on a broken play. And nice bit of running there by Lionel Jimenez as he.
There was some noise behind me there.
I know. We were just waiting for something to happen on the field, and finally.
1st and 10 with 3:06 remaining in the ball game.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, we got to shut it down. Officials looking at me funny.
Well, you know.
David didn't want to do that for some
I
reason.
know it.
It was great fun. Make a little noise. Come on, let's make some noise.
There they go. Now they're making it.
How's that? I think the guys couldn't hear the snap count. They jumped there, and so they backed them up 5 yards.
Give an assist to the cheerleaders.
A penalty on the play is the, like you said, they back up 5. Now the ball on the 18-yard line. 1st and 15 for Andrew Weatherly as he's tried his best to move the football against this Tiger defense and has not done so. Now there's a handoff to the fullback on the left side. That's number 33, Matt Smith. He bounced off the left end. Gain of 3.
That was, I believe, Kevin Andrews with the tackle. Some good open field tackles tonight. We've seen a big improvement in the tackling for Ardmore as they didn't tackle as well as they wanted to last week, and they've done a much better job tonight.
Tigers with a 4-man front. Pitch out to Smith. He goes around the left side.
Keep him in bounds.
Gets knocked around, thrown around, and now he is kept in bounds as they keep the clock going at the 25-yard line is where they'll mark it. It'll be 3rd down.
Whoever that guy was that kept him in bounds gets a game ball right there.
And
keep that clock moving.
2:06 left in the ball game. As we start to wind things down, the Tigers have drastically improved over last week. And this will be a good confidence booster as they get ready to take on the Shawnee Wolves next weekend at home, next Friday night. Weatherly back to pass, long throw. It's high and over the receiver's head. Intended receiver number 88, Michael Stevens, can't quite reach it. 1:38 left in the ball game. Some of our fine sponsors: Shelter Insurance, Billy Wallace; First National Bank and Trust Company of Ardmore; Carter County Dodge; Button Starter Alternator Repair; Pharmacy Plus of Medill; Crystal Clear Communications; Chesapeake Energy with the pregame show. We appreciate their help this year. Bill Parker, New York Life; Southern Oklahoma Technology Center; and Brad Carson for U.S. Senate, as he has sponsored the Ardmore Tigers season. There's a high punt, fair catch by Dante Miller right at the 50-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over and should take a knee or thereabouts. 122 or 123.
This is where you just hope Durant doesn't start burning timeouts.
Well, now, if you're Durant, I don't know if you would.
Well, I would hope that you wouldn't, but you know.
I tell you guys, I'm a little bit shocked because I thought Durant was really going to be an improved ball club, and came out. I know they got a good young quarterback, just couldn't put things together. But you really have to credit Ardmore. They played much better tonight, and even though there's been a lot of penalties, they have been able to slow down that ground game that was so productive last week for Durant, and forced Weatherly into long yardage situations and kind of taking them out of their rhythm a little bit.
And now we have another quarterback, number 14, Jordan Gary for the Tigers. He pitches out to the left side. Around, and the ball's on the ground. Number 44, the ball carrier. And that's going to be Jared Fields.
You do have to give this Durant club a lot of credit. I think they're going to win several ball games this year. They've got a lot of heart, and we're seeing some things that Coach Patterson's done with them that Ardmore just a better team tonight, but they're going to sneak up on some people this year.
Well, and like Terry said, there's a lot more guys out for football here this year. We've seen the numbers down, and 3 or 4 years ago over here, it was really kind of sad for what was once a proud program, and now he's kind of got them coming back, going in the right direction.
And that's all it takes, is you get them for a couple of years, build on a weight program. As Jordan Gary pitches it out to Trez McCarroll, he'll run down the line of scrimmage laterally. The Durant defense able to keep up with him and keep him down. It'll be a loss of a couple as we wind down. 30 seconds left on the clock.
Well, there's a lot of excitement, too, over here, guys, because they're going to totally refurbish this stadium just the day after the season's over. They're going to refurbish the stands. They're going to put turf down, spending, I think, $7-8 million on the facility. So some of these Durant High School boys are going, hey, I'm going to get in on this so I can play on a nice field.
After they refurbish it, the Southeastern's still going to let them.
They will.
Let them play.
They will.
They played here forever.
They like that gate money.
You bet. And,
well, it was a joint thing. They did a lot of things with bond money and some sales tax issues, and so it was a community-wide effort, and that's a game, isn't it?
And that's going to do it as the clock winds down to 0. The Ardmore Tigers victorious, 35-0 over the Durant Lions. It's been an interesting ball game, really a tale of two halves. As the Tigers, with a lot of penalties in the first half, second half corrected a lot of that. But really, give credit to the Ardmore Tiger defenses. They've done a great job shutting down the run tonight.
Well, and the offense, came out and really moved the ball all night. They were stopped by some of their own mistakes in the first half. Really put it all together in the second half and scored on 3 of their 5 possessions in that second half to really just put the game out of reach.
Take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have head coach Mike Lloyd with David Polk down on the sideline right after this. 95.7 KKJ. Welcome back to Durant, Oklahoma. Let's send it down to the Button sideline with David Polk and head coach Mike Lloyd.
I am down here with Coach Mike Lloyd. And, Coach, a tale of 2 games, but even tonight of 2 halves. It was a great night for Ardmore.
Well, I thought we came out. David played a lot better second half and executed. And, you know, we still have too many turnovers, but I thought we looked a lot better second half, played with a lot more intensity.
Well, a lot of penalties in the first half, but I think on that last possession, we went about 60 yards. It was a 30-yard play for a touchdown, I mean, on that end of the field, but I think we had to gain 60, 65 yards, but a lot of intensity for the boys to go ahead and stick with it and put it in the end zone.
Well, you know, they came back. You know, they're kind of down from last week. They came back and did a good job, and, you know, we're playing a lot of young guys. We've got to continue to improve, and I thought we got better from last week, but we've got a ways to go, but I saw a lot of positive things. I thought the kids did a good job. I thought they played hard.
Again, we talked last week about Lionel when he came in, when Drew got a little bit nicked up. And again, he comes in tonight in the second half early and execute 3 times down the field and 21 points on the board, and it's 35-0.
Well, Lionel came in and did a great job of reading the defense. You take what they give you and don't force things. And, you know, he picked up a couple of blitzes and threw the ball where it should have been thrown. We did a good job. They got good protection up front, but he's a good player. You know, he's going to play more as we go on.
A lot of fun tonight, Coach. You got to play a lot of kids. It was a Durant team that really is better than they were last year, and just had a few things go wrong for them. It could have been a little closer, but you really shut the run down for the good kid from Ardmore, from Durant tonight.
Well, you know, our kids, they came over here, heard a lot of talk all week long, and you know, they didn't give up on themselves. They came out and played hard and shut down a good running back. But I mean, it's an excellent quarterback. The boy throws the ball very well, and I thought our defense played pretty well.
They sure did, Coach. We're going to rest a little bit, but then we come back next week. We have Shawnee at home. They're down a little this year, and I don't think we're as down as what some folks maybe thought last week. It'll be a great game next week.
Well, it should be, David. We might surprise people. You know, our young kids are coming on. They're going to play hard. We're going to get better as the season goes on.
Well, you see a lot of confidence in them, and you knew that was going to happen. Once they know what they need to do, they'll step up. That's a tradition of the Tigers, and you sure saw it tonight.
Well, you sure did. I thought you saw that in the third quarter. You know, I've talked about it. About a 5-minute span, you scored about 21 points. It's all it is, execution. We got good players. They came out and they did a good job, and they did a whole lot better things in the second half than they did the first half. And if we continue to do that, we're gonna have a good football team.
It'll be great fun. We'll see you next week at Shawnee, Coach. Thanks. Back up to you guys again here, 35-0. Kind of a shock Durant team down here as they left the field. They weren't expecting that tonight.
Thank you very much. David Polk with the button starter and alternator repair sideline, and head coach Mike Lloyd. You know, interesting comments. He saw the same things we did. Execution in the second half was a lot better. First half, too many penalties, the turnovers, and some poor decisions early on.
And just some good plays. Just completed the play. They have looked good in spurts. You know, these first the first game and a half of tonight. And yet in the second half, they started to connect on some things and started to close out some drives and complete the drives and get points out of it. And then they built their confidence after that and just really got on a roll in the second half.
Let's take a timeout, and we'll come back and get some statistics for you and some area scores, and we'll be back after this on 95.7 KKJ.